glad you're joining me today. We're going to start standing up and have a bit of a stretch, and then we'll pick up our band and do some stretches and exercises using the band. But we'll pop it on the floor to start with and we'll do our stretch. So let's just have a little moment where we think about our posture before we start to move. So I always like to start thinking about my feet on the ground. So imagine a nice solid footprint there. So where you're even on the sole of your foot. So not rolling onto the outer edge, not collapsing inward, just a nice evenness through the front and the back of the feet as well. And soften your knees a little bit. And then I just think about where my pelvis is, ribs right on top, shoulders easy, so just let your arms be soft beside you. Think about a little bit of length at the back of the neck and sort of like a lifting up kind of a feeling. And then from here, we're just going to lift one arm up and then reach it back around behind. So as I go back behind, I'm going to look at my hand and turn my palm to face away from me and then push back and around and back. So I'm letting my body go with me. That's it. And last one. Same on the other side. So you just bring it up, turn to face the palm away from you and then push down, up and round. And then we'll do one on each side. So we'll alternate. So just come up and round, up and back. And all the way back and down. Pop your hands here at your hips. We're going to do a hinge. So this is where you just soften the knees. We're going to keep our back flat and just tip our body forward. So send the hips back and imagine a nice long line from the crown of the head out through the sit bones, and then just tip your body straight back and up. So again, I soften the knees first, send the hips back, little tip, find that length in your spine, and then back it up. Two more. So when I fold over, my fingers sort of fold in on that crease, really folding at the hip joint. And all the way back and up. Good. Then I'm going to take one arm, lift it up, and just stretch to the side a little bit. Bring it back. The other side, up and here. Think about going taller, get length in your body. Good, and again, up and over, really opening that side of your body. And back, and up. And all the way back. Then I'm going to turn my palms to face up, and I'm just going to lift up my chest. So I feel like my elbows glide back a little bit as I glide my chest up. And then as I come back to even, I'm going to reach forward with my hands and bend my knees a little bit. So I come up, take a little lift up, so a little extension, and then push forward and take a little bend of the knees. Lift your chest. So it's like you're lifting your heart. Let your shoulders drop down, eyes glance up, and then push. And again, lift and push. And lift up and push forward and lift up and forward. Come back up, and then we're just going to bend our knees, keeping our back upright. So we're getting a good stretch on the ankles here. So we'll do a little bounce. Let's do 1, 2, 3, stand up tall. 1, 2, 3, stand up tall. Really important, this keeping that ankle moving, the front there, having that flexibility, really important for our balance. and allowing us to do our leg exercises well. And this time we'll do 10 little bounces. Here we go. So just bend and little bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. Good. We'll pick up our band now. That's the way. And we're just going to hold it out in front of our body. So just in line with your shoulders, not too high, straight out. There's a little bit of tension. I've just got the band between my thumb and my first finger. You can make a fist if you like, but just watch your wrist. Sometimes it's easy for the knuckles to aim inward and it makes a funny shape with my wrist and my arm. So I actually think of reaching my little finger outward a bit. So I've got a nice straight line. It corrects your shoulder there too. So we're going to just open and close. So that's good. And you can adjust. You can make this more challenging by holding the band a little closer together, or make it easier by going wider. Nicely done. And then we go one arm up, one arm down, back, and then the other way, and back. Good. So as the band stretches, I feel like this expansion through my body as I take a deep breath in. Last one. Good. And then I'm going to pop the band round behind. Just hold it behind my body. Hands are just out from my body, a little tension on the band, just pull slightly, and I'm going to reach the band back and then towards my body again. So just going back and in, back. I feel my shoulder blades slide towards my spine as my front of the chest opens. 2 more. Good. And then just bring the band out in front. I want you to hold the band again, just out in front of your shoulders. And imagine you are holding paddles of a canoe and we're just going to paddle. And you can just let your body move a little bit. So the lower half of my body is staying fairly still, but I can feel a little movement through the upper part of my torso. And I'm keeping the band taut the whole time as I'm paddling. Up nice and tall, and then I'll just paddle higher. So take the band up, and then I'm going to take it down, and we'll go up and down one more time. That's it. And then bring it down, and then paddle backwards. So find that movement, let your elbows lift, and then we bring it up. And then you bring it down. We'll go up and down again. Up, 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 down, 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 and down. Feel warmth in your shoulders for doing that, don't you? Band goes behind the ribs now. And we just cross it over. And we just hold here. And we're just going to spiral the arm outward. So we just go out and in. Again, I'm noticing the effort on my upper back, and I can feel my shoulder blades moving. Nearly there, we'll do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good one. And then we put the band on the floor, just hold it out like this. Always imagine like a skipping rope, and then feet on the top. And I'm going to bend my knees, have a look. I'm going to bend and hold down quite low with straight arms. And then I'll stand up. So just like we practiced our hinge before, we'll do the same thing again, but with the tension of the band. So I soften the knees, tip my body forward, and then stand up with the resistance of the band. So you feel the work at the back of the legs and the glutes, and even the shoulders connecting down as you stand up tall. So we just take a little bend and then straight back up. So keeping the back straight. As you hinge forward, find that length in your spine, straight back up, feel the connection through the glutes. And little tip, you can bend your knees as much as you like. So you could do it with just a slight little bend of the knee, or a little bit more, whatever feels good, as long as your back is flat. Keep your arms straight too. Now we'll do 4 more, arms staying straight, knees are going straight ahead, and last one now. Good. Soften the knees, hinge forward. And then from here, I'm going to pull my wrists up towards my waist, and we'll do 6 like this. 1, 2. Make the effort from your back. So you feel the back muscles and then you feel the arm muscles, like the shoulder blades are gliding toward each other. And then you pull with your arm. Good, and then straight arms and you stand up. Okay, do another one like this, similar. So bend, soften the knees, tip your body forward. This time turn the palms to face away from you, and we just pull wide. The elbows go wide and then back and down. Again, it feels like the back muscles are working first. So it's like I draw the shoulder blades together and then my arms pull. So there's a little connection and then a pull. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And then we stand up. Good work. All right. Now, I'll go this way this time. You're going to take 1 foot out of the band. Okay. So 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And we're just going to take that toe back and point it there on the ground. So as the leg lifts up at the back, you're going to stand on one leg and hinge a little bit forward. And then the toe taps back on the ground and you stand up tall. So we do that again. So soften the leg you're standing on. So the leg lifts up at the back. There's a nice straight line from your head all the way down to your heel. Back of the leg, nice and long. Toe taps down and you're upright. Just 2 more. So we do a little tip. And back. Toes down, find your balance. And tip your body. Stand on one leg. And back. Good. Put that foot in the band. Step the other one back. So I've just got my toes at the back are there on the ground and I'm ready to go. So standing tall up out of that leg and then a little tip. Try not to crunch up your toes at the leg you're standing on. You don't have to go fast. I want you to think of steadiness. So good for your ankles and knees, all those little micro adjustments. You're righting yourself. Super important to keep practicing that all the time. Good. And then we're just going to take our foot out of that band. Okay, so now we are going to hold the band just about that far apart. I want you to lift your arms up. Then we bend the elbows and aim your elbows towards the ribbons hanging down and You just do a little touch on the top of the head, lift up, and again, a little touch down, and up, and down, up, down, and up, down, and up. Good, hold it here. Go over to the side a little way. Then you just take a little pull down on the band. Lift it back and up. Do that again. A little pull down. And back up. And then you come back up and let your shoulders drop down. Up and over to the side. And then we pull. Every time I pull down with the band, I feel like it sort of opens that opposite side of me a little bit more. Good. And then come back up and bring the arms all the way back down. Band goes behind and it goes right underneath your bottom there. And then you can cross it over. Feet about as wide as your shoulders. And I'm going to point my thumbs out on a diagonal. So I'm going to do a sit down squat. So as I sit down, I'm going to reach my arms forward on a diagonal like this. So, and then backing up. And again. So again, your first couple, you just need to adjust where you're going to hold the band. And then once you've got it, we'll do about 6. Okay, so first couple are just practice. Here we go. 1. So it really feels like you sit down in that band. 2. So the weight's in the heel of my foot. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Good. Then we just keep the band wrapped round behind, but lift it up again. Reach the arms wide. I've got my feet about shoulder distance apart. And what we'll do here is I'm going to do a little to the side, but I'm trying to keep my hips looking forward. So just do a little pulse back. And I imagine the band is like a broomstick, so I don't bring my arms, I keep them broad. So don't go too far, but it's a nice rotation for the upper body. And again. Good. Then what we're going to do is take a twist and bend as I reach opposite hand to foot and come back up. So I twist and bend. Twist and bend. So I'm sending the hips back and I'm reaching down. Looking back behind me. And last one here. And bring your arms back in. Hold the band quite wide now. Lift your arms up and we're going to take the band up and over. So give it a stretch up here. See if you can reach your arms all the way back and down. And then lift the arms up and over. If you find that's a bit sticky or find that you get stuck, you can hold the band wider, or you can always bend your arms to bring them back around behind you. That works fine. And over. Big deep breath. We'll do 2 more. Really enjoy it. This one feels nice when you go slowly. Up. Good. And again. And all the way back and down. And that's you all done. So if you would like to follow the full version of this class, it's actually inside the membership of the My Pilates Time membership. And this is a special website where you can follow the weekly plan follow hundreds of recorded classes, and even joining live classes with me each week. So if you felt like this class was a good fit for you and you enjoyed it, and you could see how doing something like this a few times through the week would be so beneficial, then I'd really encourage you to give it a go and have a look at the membership. So all the details are below in the caption or the description here below this class, and yeah, I'm looking forward to doing another class with you again soon.